believe they'd said that all about
This
that
is
stuff.
this is the CHRILLCAST. I'm Chris.
I'm Will.
And I'm Billy.
And Billy, why don't you tell all of our favorite Wii U fans out there who you are and why you don't play Wii U games on your channel?
Listen, I love the Wii U. I'm Billy from VISNAWesome. I make general gaming videos. Like, I play the newest stuff coming out, but I try to put it with a comedic twist. Like, I edit it in a way that makes it not so much just seem like another gamer that's breathing into the mic way too loud and, you know, only the quality. But I add a lot more to it that just makes it a little bit more, fun to watch and visually pleasing and actually add some fun undertone. But besides that, I also do opinion pieces, which will start rolling out this week. I said that 2 weeks ago, so hold me to it this time. But
he's also not suffering from the plague this week.
That's true. I'm alive, which is also. But check me out if you guys get a chance. VISNAWesome at YouTube, or one of those.
All right. So for Will, tell us what today is.
It's Wow Card Wednesday.
There we go. I love it. All right. So for Wildcard Wednesday this week, we're going to talk about something very near and dear to all of us here today. We're going to talk about
Ranger.
No, the Power Glove. No.
Yes.
The launch of the Wii U, or rather, the failure on launch of the Wii U. We're going to kind of talk about the marketing campaign. That'll be the first thing we talk about.
But first, we need to put a disclaimer that we all really love the Wii U.
Well, yeah, we all do, and we all own it.
Except the CHRILLCAST. VISNAWesome supports the Wii U 100%. Just kidding.
He's like that DBZ disclaimer, like, disclaimer, all characters, events, animation, all owned by Konami Entertainment Limited. You know what I'm talking about?
No pressure, but go back to watching DBZ.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we're going to talk about the Wii U, one of our favorite consoles. All three of us all love it, so we're doing Wii U Week. So watch the rest of the videos. They were all covering kind of similar subjects about the Wii U.
Yes.
Or at least shoehorning it into other videos that probably doesn't belong in. Like videos about the Switch.
Yeah.
So the first part of this, we're going to talk about this marketing campaign and the fact that all they had to do was put a police car on the screen and just go, Wii U, Wii U, Wii U.
Yeah.
Best
Instead, they just had straight up garbage.
Oh, man. No, so the Wii U, just the opening video they put out for the Wii U, to me, is just like, were you trying to confuse the consumer or what?
Because it worked.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
Oh,
it
yeah.
did.
Nobody had any idea this was not just a controller. Because you literally say, check out the new controller.
Oh, so dumb calling the Wii U too. They should have called it, Wii 2 or Wii Next or something.
Like calling it the Xbox 365.
Or
like,
the
it just
Super Wii.
confuses everybody.
Yeah.
See, this isn't it, is it? This is the Nintendo Store launch, where like actual fans were at the event and literally knew what was going on. All right, keep talking about it. Will, you go now. Your turn.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Just threw me in a list there. But so the first commercial I saw was this one, with the controller, and they say nothing about games. It's just, look at this brand new controller that we have, and I thought that's all it was. I thought it was a $300 controller, and I said, F that, and I didn't get it.
I mean, the games looked like Wii games in the commercial.
Yeah,
I mean, this is new Super
in the
Mario
commercial,
Bros.
it's the same thing. Oh yeah.
Although
Baseball.
this impressed me. This is the only thing in the entire commercial that impressed me was, oh, I can play my games on the controller.
Yeah, so again, it's to the new controller. They don't even say it's to the new console. It's so confusing, this ad.
And then there's no way you can draw that accurately on a Nintendo Wii U. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not
Draw
possible.
on the new controller. Again.
Wait a minute. Oh, that's E3. That's not even the Wii U pad that they use anymore.
No,
That's
so they actually had so for the prototype, they had the DS thumbstick in that's what that was.
No.
Like a modified version of it. So
That's weird. Sorry, I looked at that and I was like, oh my god. I was like, why does that look so weird?
yeah, this is 2011, so this is prototypes. Although I will say that did you guys have Wii Sports Club? Did you guys ever have that?
Mm-mm.
So I was stupid and I paid $50 to get Wii Sports Club, which is essentially just the HD, and then you got like this thing, which is pretty neat. HD Wii Sports. That's all it is. But with the golf game, you get the extra view of the ball, which is kind of cool. And then with the baseball game, you can hold the controller up. But I saw a video, and I really agree with what they said in it, that when you go from Wii Sports to Wii Sports Club, there's so much calibration between the games. It takes away that jump up and play aspect of the original Wii Sports, which is one of the main factors why people picked it up, was because it was just pick up the controller and play the game. No calibration necessary, which is not the same as Wii Sports Club, where it wants you to calibrate the Wii U gamepad, then it wants you to calibrate the controller, and it's like, okay, now 5 minutes I can play golf. So it never really quite did. This had the same ease of use that the Wii Sports games did.
I think another confusing part was, although it was nice that it still used the Wiimotes, it was also confusing because, again, it just seemed like it was the same system because it had essentially the same controllers other than the pad, obviously.
Did you see this, Will? They marketed almost like a Skype app for the Wii U.
Yeah, it was just, this ad hurts me.
Browse with the new controller. Oh, look, it's Miyamoto.
That is so. Their promises are way up there, man. I did not even realize how much they promised.
All of that is functional, Billy. You can do
What?
all of these things. Yeah.
Even the video, I've never seen the video, like the video chat on there.
They shut that down when I think Miiverse got shut down. I
Really?
think you had to have friends on Miiverse to do it, I think. And maybe if you have the friend code, you can do it. But yeah, that video chat, that's why there's a front-facing camera on the Wii U gamepad.
I've never. I must have, because I joined the Wii U really late. Like I picked it up again really late in its life. But wow, that's super. I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah.
And like, not even there, you don't even have the Wii U. Now it's Wii U. It was
Well,
this
and then
ad
they,
is so confusing. So I think the marketing was confusing. The fact that it still had the same controllers, the games looked essentially the same in the marketing material. I think it had a really terrible launch lineup. And there was something else I was going to say with it. Continues talking. Someone else have an opinion for a second.
So, I guess the other thing to point out, they advertised that there was going to be a Zelda game on it right from the get-go. Look at that 2011 commercial. They've got Zelda demoed on there. And they didn't bring a Zelda game to it until one of the first remakes came out. I want to say it was Wind Waker first.
Yes.
And then Twilight Princess HD.
I believe that's right.
And then finally they did fulfill their promise at the end of the cycle for the Wii U. They put out Breath of the Wild. So they did eventually make good on that promise, but when you promise it right out the gate, you got to deliver right out the gate.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a problem.
I think another thing is this system itself was overpriced when it
Well,
first
no,
launched.
you had to sell it at that price point, or they were already losing money.
Yeah, I think, again, they should have gone the way they did with the 3DS. They launched it too high, and then they dropped it down, and that's when it started to sell. I think dropping it and also having ads that made sense would have helped a lot with the Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
See, and the other thing they did you see that they have several generations, we'll say, of different people playing this game system, and when hardcore gamers are already upset about the Wii console itself for hardcore gaming, to say, oh look, you can be young, old, and somewhere in between and use this console, it just made everybody feel like, oh, this is the Wii all over again. I'm gonna like it for a minute and then hate it. And this is not the case. It's a much hardcore audience console, in my opinion. A lot of the games on there, I mean, yeah, you got the casuals, but a lot of the games on here were built for the old Nintendo fan base.
This is completely off topic, but is that one kid from Stranger Things?
What?
I hope so. I hope this is where he's made his actor debut.
Which one?
Not any of them. One of the younger
Oh,
kids.
one of these me's?
No. Just keep going.
Okay, we'll wait.
I realize that we're taking... There you go, that kid.
Dude, oh my god, I think it is.
The white one. I think it's totally a kid from Stranger Things.
Either way, the marketing was very confusing. I want to talk about some other parts here. So I think the naming convention really hurt it, right? The Wii U.
Yeah, especially because they had so many other Wii things. Like, you had Wii modes, you had the Wii Fit.
Well, just the U, the concept of putting a U after another console's name, it doesn't differentiate it as being better. It's just like it's there. Like, this is Wii U. Like if they could have called it the Super Wii, I think that there would have been a lot of jokes about that. But I mean, really, they could have done that, and it would have made more sense. Like, when you go from Nintendo to Super Nintendo, you know the Super Nintendo is better than the Nintendo. When you go from Wii to Wii U, that naming convention doesn't say to me it's better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it literally just seems like, again, it just seems like an addition. It just seems like something that, it doesn't seem like they upgraded hardware, and it showed, obviously. But I agree.
The other thing that I wanted to talk about was how did Nintendo recover from the Wii U into the Switch? They obviously learned from the marketing flop of the Wii U, and definitely incorporated some of those learnings into the Switch marketing. And it really shows. I mean, when you look at the Switch launch video, it looks way better. And it's less about specs and more about what you can do with it than the Wii U seemed to be like, hey, look, we have all these features packed in here. And they like literally lay it all out. But in the Switch, they just show you.
Yeah, the Switch one is so simple. You know exactly what it is. They got the nice little clicking sound. You see it going from the dock on the TV right into the handheld mode. Obviously they show Breath of the Wild here, but they also show Skyrim. So everyone's like, oh man, it's not going to be a dinky little just portable only system. It's actually going to play real games. So
I never noticed how shaky the camera was. Did you see that? That's pretty bad.
They broke their tripod right before they started filming.
But yeah, this marketing just shows you exactly what it is.
Yep.
I remember seeing that and I was like, what?
I remember eagerly anticipating this ad because they had announced that they're going to have this ad before they actually had it.
Yeah, I remember, and everybody's like, oh, it's just a tablet. And then it sold like crazy. Because originally I was like, oh, it's just a tablet, like, what's really going on here? But it's the games that sell the Switch more so than anything else.
I will say, I remember when I saw the cartridge, and I was super upset because I was thinking, oh, they're not going to have any of the Wii U games backwards compatible. But there was a reason for that. Oh, there's Skyrim, see? So they had it right in the very first video.
Yeah, that's pretty neat that you can get Skyrim portably. Like, these are the type of promises the Vita had, but didn't deliver on.
Oh.
There was supposed to be BioShock on the Vita, and it got canceled. But then you get the Switch where you have literally showing these games playing, and they work on day one.
I think, and it's just really cool too, man. Like, Nintendo went kind of all out with this one. Like, they included a lot more developers in the make of this, and it just, I don't know. That's one of the things that drew me to it. I really think they defined it really well by including Skyrim in their main commercials.
You attract. I mean, the main demographics that buy video games are ages, like I would say, and including the ones that their parents buy it for them, are like 5 to like I would say 40. And then past that, you got some hardcore gamers that still play. But in general, I would say your main demographic that buys and plays video games actively, not like just a retro collector, you're looking at 5 to 40 essentially. Anything past that is you're breaking some exceptionally awesome bounds to get more than just that playing, like the Wii did, where you had people in their 80s picking up a Wii and playing Wii Sports, right? But you can't market it that way. The Switch, I mean, they learned, because the Wii U, you got. No offense, you got grandma picking up the Wii U and playing on her Fit Pad. It's like, okay, that's not really going to attract the kids to play, right? I think when you just stick to this 18 to 25 in the videos, you're going to attract a lot more young kids to play. And then as they play it, word of mouth, the let's say the older generations will just say, wow, that looks super easy to use. I want to pick that up. But they're not watching this marketing thinking, I'm going to buy a Switch or I'm going to buy a Wii U. That's just not the way it is.
Yeah.
So I think they really learned from the Wii U marketing campaign, and they fixed it with the Switch.
Yeah. They also essentially beta tested everything in the Switch with the Wii U.
Okay, go ahead.
You say you can't disagree with me. I'm right on everything.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I was on to the next thing.
Yeah. So I will say the one thing that the Switch is an awesome console. The one thing I think I wish that it still did that the Wii U I think did better was the handheld mode. How you can just switch right from the tablet onto the TV, and you can keep playing on the tablet. Whereas now the Switch, you actually have to pick it up, put it onto the dock, and then go back and sit down. I realize that seems really lazy now that I'm saying that out loud, but I did like the Wii U, how you just go back and forth very quickly.
You hear that? That's Wii U. Wii.
It's coming to take us.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I get what you're saying. Well, it was so simple. I'm sitting on the couch with my tablet. I just don't feel like playing on TV anymore, or my wife wants to watch some Netflix or Amazon Prime or what have you. Okay, fine, honey. Click.
And also the dual screen functionality that the Wii U has that the Switch does not.
Emulate DS games.
That's all I have.
Did you get what I was saying?
I didn't hear what he said.
Oh, I said you can emulate DS games.
Oh, yes.
And actually, I think if there was one feature I wish the Wii U had, I really, sincerely wish they had to come up with some way to remote play a Wii U on a 3DS. That would have been sick.
That would have been really cool.
I mean, I can't imagine that with all the smarts at Nintendo, they couldn't have figured out a way to do it. But, oh well.
They did. It's called the Switch.
That's not the same thing,
Master Race, man!
All right, so if we each had one tip to have fixed the Wii U launch, what would we say?
One, instead of saying you're doing such and such on the new controller, actually say this is a new console, and this has a cool controller that comes with the new console. And look at all the cool games that we're hoping to make for this new console. I guess that was more than one point. Mostly, don't just focus on the controller because it looks like a purple.
How about you, Billy? What you got?
Just change the change the logo, man. That's like if you just add a U to the end of it, it still just looks like the Wii. It doesn't change anything. That's it. Just make it blue. I don't care. Just anything else.
Will's sitting there like, if they just called it the Xbox.
Hey.
Like it was taken. It's so weird.
Yeah.
I know. No, I think I'm going to go back to it. I think you aimed at demographics of all ages, and you needed to aim at a very focused demographic, and the rest would have followed that suit. You aim at the 18 to 25-year-old crowd, and then everybody younger than them wants to play, and as they get that console, the older generations will pick it up as well because they see how easy and how nice it is. So that's what I've got. If that's everything, then we're going to wrap up our Wild Card Wednesday with I'm Chris.
And I'm Will.
And I'm Billy.
And we will see you
on next CHRILLCAST.